Welcome to the Future Strong podcast.
Hi there.
Today, we're getting into a really interesting principle from the Almanac of Naval Ravikant.
Yeah, it's one that kind of challenges how we usually think about making those huge, sometimes paralyzing life decisions.
Exactly. Our mission really is to unpack this quite striking piece of advice Naval has.
It speaks directly to that feeling, being stuck when you face a massive choice, like a job or where to live, maybe even a relationship.
We've all been there, staring at the options, pros, cons, just endless analysis, and you can't decide.
You feel like you just need more information, right? More time.
Yeah, but what if that's not the answer? What if Naval suggests something, well, quite different?
He does. He says something very specific about this kind of indecision, particularly for those really significant choices.
Like what specifically?
Things like getting married, taking a big job, buying a house, moving cities, or even choosing a business partner. The really foundational stuff.
Okay, so what does he say? Because normally the advice is, take your time, weigh everything carefully.
Yeah.
Naval sort of cuts right through that. He states it very, very clearly. He says, if you cannot decide, the answer is no.
Wow. If you cannot decide, the answer is no. That feels really counterintuitive, almost dismissive when it's such a big deal.
It does feel that way at first, yeah. But his reasoning, the way he lays it out, it actually has a certain logic, especially when you think about the context he provides.
Which is?
Well, he really grounds it in the difference between our world now and the world, the environment our biology evolved in.
The abundance versus scarcity idea.
Precisely. Naval points out that today we live in this world just overflowing with options. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
There are 7 billion people on the planet. The internet means you can connect with pretty much anyone, anywhere, 24/7.
Right.
There are countless careers, endless places you could potentially live. The possibilities are vast. It's that paradox of choice thing, isn't it? So many options, it actually makes choosing harder.
Exactly. And as Naval describes it, this is just fundamentally different from our biological history.
How so?
We evolved in much, much smaller groups. Tribal settings, basically, your options back then, they were severely limited.
Okay, so fewer potential partners, fewer places to go, maybe fewer skills you could even learn or specialize in.
Right. So in that world, a world of scarcity, being indecisive might mean you miss out on the only good option available, or maybe one of very few.
That makes sense. Hesitation could be costly. But today, in this world of, like you said, overwhelming abundance, what does indecision mean now?
Well, Naval's point seems to be that because there are so many possibilities out there, if one particular option isn't a clear, strong, compelling yes for you,
Uh-huh.
the very fact that you're struggling, that you can't decide, that itself is a signal.
A signal of what?
That is probably not the right fit. There isn't that strong alignment. So saying no in this modern context isn't necessarily about missing out.
It's more about freeing yourself up.
Exactly. Freeing you up to find something that is a definite yes. Think about the opportunity cost. Being stuck agonizing over one option prevents you from even looking for others that might actually be much, much better for you.
Okay, I see the logic now. So let's just quickly recap that core idea from Naval Ravikant for the big life choices.
Marriage, jobs, houses, cities, partners.
If you find you just cannot decide, the answer is no.
And that advice is really rooted in understanding our current reality, this world of abundant options.
Which is so different from the scarcity our ancestors dealt with.
Precisely. He draws that line directly from the limited choices in, tribal settings way back when to our situation now where the options for relationships, careers, locations feel almost endless.
So for you listening, think about that in your own life for a moment. When you've been really stuck, paralyzed by a big decision, does applying this rule, if you cannot decide, the answer is no, does that feel harsh? Or does it maybe feel surprisingly liberating, clarifying even?
Yeah, and maybe consider what Naval says about how decision-making itself might need to be different now. Different from how we might instinctively react based on that older, scarcity-driven world.
Does this specific advice resonate with the actual challenges you face trying to navigate all the possibilities modern life throws at you?
It really makes you question whether our default reactions to uncertainty, reactions perhaps honed in a totally different era, are still the best ones for us today. It's definitely something to think about.